Hello, everybody. Right, let me just pull up comments. There we go. Welcome to the Ascension Reading. I know I normally do them on Mondays. However, I had such a profound masterclass on Sunday. If you'd watched the beginning of it, I'd spoken how I'd went through such a process to even deliver it, and then on the other side of it, I was laid in bed all day yesterday just because I was integrating so much. Let me just turn down the music there a bit. I was just integrating so much energy. Now, like I've said, many times before, when you connect in to the work that I do, it's really not about the information I'm sharing, although that is profound in and of itself. But really, where the real magic lies is in the energy. And so, for me to deliver that and facilitate that, the energy channels through me as well, right? Because I become that vessel. But for me to be able to do that, I go through processes energetically. So I go through purification, releasing, to enable me to bring through what I bring through. So, it is quite demanding, let me put it that way, on me. So sometimes I do have to rest. Sometimes it pushes me into places deep within me that I have to go to be able to bring through the energy. So maybe that's another masterclass in and of itself that I could share with you. But for today, we're going to be doing the Ascension reading for the week, and it's been really, really interesting because what happens is, let me just turn off the music there. So what happens is that when in the lead up to doing this Ascension reading, I will tune in to the group, whoever's watching live, whoever's going to be watching in the replay, and I ask for those energies and those frequencies that are best going to serve the group to come through. And it's so interesting because I kind of decided that this week I would like to talk a little bit more about kind of what transference healing is and how, what that energy is and what that's about. But also, very much so, I also want to share with you how we can create our own golden reality. And really, that's what each one of us is being pushed to do, but we might not necessarily know or understand fully the steps that one has to go through to actually embody that process in our lives. And that there's so much talk about living the golden reality, and that this golden reality is birthing on this planet. But what actually does that mean? And how can each one of us create that for ourselves? Because essentially, it's only going to be birthed through us. That's what the light workers are here to do, right? A big part of our work is to embody the light so that we hold a new template for others. But we can't shine our light out more unless we can first of all do it for ourselves and support ourselves energetically and have the tools and the processes to do that. And then we have to do it within our immediate family and friends. If we can't do it for ourselves and within our immediate family or friends, if we can't hold our light, if we can't hold that template of that new reality, then you're not going to be able to live it and breathe it yourself. You're going to struggle to birth it, because you've got to be able to do it within yourself and hold it and crystallize it. It's extremely challenging. It's extremely challenging. So what I'd like to share with you is how we can do that with as much ease and grace as possible, so that we can really birth that within our reality, share that with others, and share our light more into the world. So it's really ultimately a birthing process. So that's why I decided I'd like to kind of do a masterclass on that. And then I had to laugh, because when I pulled the cards for the week, the first card that I pulled was Elephant. And Elephant is essentially all about that. So let's bring the elephant up to the forefront so you can see that. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous card. And the elephant card is really about going more into the heart. And it's really about being able to open up the deeper chambers of the heart. So kind of when we're talking about mastery and when we're talking about creating our golden reality, this is one of the first things that we need to do, is to be able to go into the heart and go deeper into the heart, so that you can work through any emotions that have been keeping you stuck. And so you can embody more of an unconditional nature. And in being able to embody more of an unconditional nature, there's a richness that births deep within you. And that richness that births deep within you is a richness emotionally, because you're feeling more love, you're feeling more unconditional love, and you're feeling more compassion. And that kind of weaves a richness into your life. And as you do that, you become richer in many other ways through that. So you could be wanting to, when you pull this elephant card, it's like you could be connecting more to healing abilities. It could be like you're wanting to birth more, or connect more to teaching, to an ascension modality or organization. Or you may want to open up more of a spiritual business, become more humanitarian in what you do. And you're really wanting to connect more into that fifth dimension, and really support and birth through more of the golden age. So it's not about connecting into something that's 3D, it's more about connecting into something that's of the new age, that's of a new energy, and connecting into it and birthing it through you more. And so that creates a richness in your life, because you're creating more manifestation and abundance as you work more in that fifth dimensional way. And so you're wanting to be more of service to others, and through that you create more abundance and manifestation in that process. So it's more working in that 5D way, and you know, creating, I don't know, opportunities for yourself through that fifth dimensional reality, as opposed to a 3D sort of struggling type of way. So there's a lot of richness, there's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of unconditional love and compassion that comes through that element, that elephant card. It's very much that Ganesh energy, where that Ganesh energy is very much about just being able to work through blockages, you know, blockages that you've had in the past. And when you try through things in the past, well, that elephant, that Ganesh energy comes in, and that's really speaking about doing things, you're doing things in a different frequency, and so that is just going to dissolve blockages because your frequency is different. And that's what's different about everything. The way you're holding your energy is different, which then just creates a whole new reality around you. And so I'm going to be creating a masterclass about that for you guys. I'm hoping to deliver that on Sunday, which is very exciting, which is really all about creating your golden age reality and becoming a vessel for that. So very excited about that, but I shall keep you posted about that. So that's the elephant card, which is a beautiful, beautiful card. Now, the next card that came through is a seahorse card, which, again, I love seahorses. When I was over in Hawaii, I went to a seahorse farm, and there were these massive, massive tubs of seahorses from, you know, all different sizes, depending on the age. And I remember I had the opportunity to put my finger in, and one of the little tails curled around my finger. It was just, oh, the energy, I cannot tell you, is just incredible. They are the most fascinating creatures, the seahorse, and they really embody a state of androgyny. They're very, very sort of magical energy. And so when the seahorse energy comes through, it's really about embodying that androgyny. Now, I feel for us, looking in terms of the elephant, it's really about supporting you in that co-creation of your golden age and really manifesting that in. It's supporting you to feel strong and unique and supported through that. But at the same time, so, you know, being more, having more, being able to work with the demands of work and relationships and family life, but at the same time, holding a quality of nurturance, and strong leadership qualities within that. So, you know, very, very balancing out that male and female. So you've got the strength, you've got the leadership, but it's coming from a very nurturing space and a very unconditional love space. So I feel that's really, really important when we're talking about manifesting our golden age, because we're really needing to bring those qualities of androgyny, which means you need to bring both the masculine energy and the feminine energy. You have to balance the two together to really be able to get work done, to take the action, but you're taking action from an inspired state, from your intuition, from your inner guidance, yeah? And then the action that you're taking is enveloped with more of that nurturing quality as well. So the two go really beautifully together. And the last one is the bat energy. So the bat energy is all around I tell you what, there's so many people sort of connecting in by email email and my messenger. Sorry if you can hear all the dings there. So the bat energy is all about the cycles, and it's really about, instead of fearing the change, and that's kind of what stops so many of us, we kind of, on a subconscious level, we can feel the change or the potential for the change or the opportunities to create that change. And it just creates fear within us, often at a subconscious level, because we don't want to step outside of our comfort zone, right? Because why? Because if you step out of your comfort zone, what are you going to feel? You're going to feel uncomfortable, right? You're going to feel the fear, you're going to feel all these different sorts of emotions, and that's not what you want to feel. However, any change that needs to come about, you have to step out of your comfort zone. It is absolutely impossible to create that change without stepping out of a comfort zone. And that's why so many of us, we tend to get those catalysts in our life, because it pushes us to step out of those comfort zones emotionally, because we need to do those clearings within us. Okay, so we have to step out of those comfort zone. And so what the bat says and supports us to do is to welcome that transformation, is to welcome that death, is to welcome the letting go and the releasing and the surrender, to welcome that, to allow the transformation and the change to come in, as opposed to fearing that change. So if you look at all the three cards together, it's really beautiful, because what we're saying is, yes, we have the potential to create our own golden age reality. We absolutely, there is no better time than now to be able to do that, because of the energies that are birthing themselves continually on the planet, that the planet is in a fifth dimensional energy, even though we're not necessarily, or we're not continually sustained in that. We have the potential because the planet is holding that frequency, so it's easy to get hold of it. To enable that to happen, we have to embrace our androgyny. We have to work both with our feminine energy, our intuition, our gut instincts, our inner guidance, and then also the masculine energy to take more of that leadership role, to take action and to do. We need to bring the two together, and all of that process means we have to step out of our comfort zone, right? We have to step out of our comfort zone to feel and connect to those uncomfortable feelings to actually make the change. Can't do it any other way. You have to step out of your comfort zone. So by embodying the elephant, the seahorse, and the bat, you co-create with the universe your golden age reality. But just by doing nothing, you're not going to co-create. Okay? Co-creation means you have to actively participate with the universe. So the universe will meet you halfway. The universe will give you the guidance. It will give you your intuition. It will give you those waves of energy, but you have still got to co-create that, which means you have to take those actions based on your inner guidance and your intuition to actually manifest that through. And as you do that, you then have to sustain that and crystallize it and hold your light, not only within yourself, with your own lower negative thoughts and emotions, but also when it gets projected upon you from those around you. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's been super, super useful. You can always share this out to your friends if you have other friends that are light workers that would really gain from these readings. And just know that these are the energies that you're working with this week. So, really pull in the elephant, especially when you're feeling any obstacles coming in your way. pull in the seahorse when you're wanting to balance out your masculine and feminine energies. And if you're starting to feel a bit of fear coming up, know that that's okay. It's completely normal when you're going through a process of change, and call in the bat so that you can bless the transformation. You can bless that change, welcoming it in as opposed to fearing it, because all it's really saying is that you're just letting go a lot of stuff, and it is unfamiliar territory, and that's absolutely okay, and it needs to be, because you're co-creating the new. Oh, bless you, Sheila. Thank you. That's really kind. You know, I've just come to the end. I'm really sorry, but it's just going to be up here for the rest of the week. So just a quick recap. It's all about co-creating your golden age reality, embodying your masculine and your feminine, and blessing the transformation and the change as opposed to fearing it. So I'm sure you'll love it. Let me know in the comments when you you go through the replay, and hopefully I shall get together the masterclass for you guys on co-creating your golden age reality. I'm hoping it will be this Sunday, but we'll see how it goes with everything else that plays out for the rest of the week. Okay guys, take care, bye.